Oh, there we go. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to call a special meeting of the Dutchess County IDA to order. Jasmine, could you please take the roll call?
Tim Dean,
Present.
Mark Doyle,
Yeah.
Kathy Bauer, Amy Bonadiri,
Present.
Jan Picone,
Here.
Donnie Fagliano, Al Torrigiani.
Okay, we have quorum. Sarah?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Just a mention of our normal conflict of interest disclosure policy. If anybody has a conflict with this particular matter that's coming before us today, please state so. Okay, hearing none. If something comes up during the meeting that you feel creates a conflict, please let us know. Sarah, the meeting notice was posted properly?
Yes.
Okay, no bills and communications?
No.
We know no minutes to approve, right?
No.
No treasurer's report, no reports of committees, and no unfinished business. So let's move right to our matter at hand. Sarah, would you like to kick this off for us?
So sure. So this morning we have Reynolds Asset Management, the developers of Violet Estates, Matthew Earl, Adam Trickley are here. They are asking for an increase in their sales tax benefit of $50,000.
Is it supposed to be on the cloud or the computer?
On the cloud.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Of an increased sales tax benefit amount of adding $50,000 for a total sales tax benefit of $293,750.
Okay, and for those of you who are not, I'm sorry, I would like to ask I guess the applicant will call you. Just make a few comments, if you wouldn't mind, about the reason for the increase.
Sure. Well, thank you again for having us and for calling this special meeting. We sincerely appreciate everything you guys have done for us, and this included, and working with in hand with your board and organization. We came before the board, I believe it was about 6 weeks ago, to kind of present the foundation for what we are applying for here. And the essentially, it's a similar story to, I'm sure, what you've heard from a lot of other developers in the area, that costs have increased across the board. Materials, especially labor as well. The board had asked us to put together a budget comparison of our original budget versus where we are now, and we had sent that over to show that we are indeed quite far above where we originally thought we were going to be. So that's a very short synopsis of where we find ourselves. With all that being said, we are successfully executing on construction. We hope to be receiving our TCO on our 5th of 6th building within the next week or so, and our last building hopefully by the end of the year. So construction continues, and we do expect to hopefully be complete again by the end of the year, all things being equal, that continue to go well. So the project has been successful, just more expensive than we originally anticipated.
We did discuss this a little bit at the preliminary meeting, but does anybody have any questions about the project or this request?
I think I should just bring this up. And I know as a standard protocol, we always ask the but for. So in this case, it's a little more complicated because clearly the project has proceeded, and, you know, we're at a point where they're really doing the accounting in order to get up to the final, cross the final goalposts. But having said that, we committed to being assistance to the project. So I don't think that changes. I just think it's worth noting, perhaps, Tim, you have some words to that.
Well,
You know, how exactly that fits into our protocol of,
sure. And I mean, we have the full authority to say
yeah,
that we would not approve it. I think my discussion point in the past was that if we felt that the project was appropriate and that the request that they were asking for sales tax exemptions and other things was appropriate at the beginning of the project. And the reason for the request is something out of their control, so to speak. What the change that created the need is out of their control. I just feel that, we should be using the same rationale that we used when we approved the initial project to consider the additional sales tax exemption. And the reason I have said that in the past, and I know I have been criticized by some for this, is that, as a organization, and I think that what our county wants us to do is to encourage economic development in our county. And if we acquired a reputation as somebody who approves initial projects, but then when someone comes back with a hardship,
Situation like this,
we say, well, we have you over the barrel because you're almost done. I don't think that would be very good for our reputation. And again, this is something, they will not get it unless they spend the money on the materials and the labor. So we're not giving them anything for free. It's really as a result of them having to spend more money. So just from my perspective, that's why we would consider this. Again, just my opinion.
no, I think that's really well laid out, and I agree 100%. I just wanted to raise it
Yes,
as
sure.
part of the
No, I
discussion,
appreciate
so we
that. Yes,
have it on the
because-
record, because it is our rationale
Correct.
to do justice.
Right. And we all acknowledge that we could just say no, and then they would be forced to absorb these costs. But again, we want to encourage economic development, and these types of things. In the initial application, the school district, the municipality all agreed that this was a project worthy of consideration. So,
Thank you.
anybody else have any questions? Okay, we've all seen all the information. So at this time, if there's not any other questions, I would entertain a motion to approve this final resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve the additional $50,000 in sales tax.
I'll second.
Thank you, Amy. Okay, Jasmine, could you please take a vote on that, please?
Doyle,
Yes,
Amy
approved.
Bondieri,
Approve.
Jamie Bacone,
Approve.
Jim Jean.
Approved. Okay. Thank you. We apologize for making you have to come back. We appreciate that you understood that we didn't have quorum the last time, and we wish you the best in finishing up your project. And we look forward to seeing it fully occupied.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate your time and consideration and all the assistance that the Dutchess County IDA provides. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, Sarah, is there anything else that we need to discuss at this meeting?
No?
Okay, meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.